welcome to Afrotainment. You can tell how smart people are by what they laugh at. This famous saying had me exploring to find out the men and women who are world beaters at making us laugh. African comedians who have stretched the limits of comedy with the boldness of the imagination and outstanding creativity in writing funny lines. Pick up that bottle of wine and relax, as today I'll be taking you through a list of the 10 best stand-up comedians in Africa. This is your favorite Afrotainer. If you want to catch the next amazing video, subscribe and smash that little notification bell. Number 10.
I would say I moved to the UK. It was not my decision. I was happy to stay behind. My parents had a reason.
Cady from DRC Congo. In 2006, Cady won the Becker Award for the Best Comedy Newcomer. Born in the Democratic Republic of Congo and raised in the UK, Cady's blend of English wit and African humor has made him one of the most successful black comedians in the UK. With milestones like appearances on the BBC's Comedy Empire, as well as leading roles in movies like Shank and Gone Too Far, Eddie's ability to entertain and be funny across multiple mediums makes him one of the most outstanding comics to ever come out of the continent. Apart from comedy acts, Eddie is also a well-known radio presenter, MC, and philanthropist. Number 9.
I am Egyptian. My name is Rony, but it's not my original name. I had to change my name because it's common knowledge if an American can't pronounce your name, they will change it for you.
Chahar Rony Chahar from Egypt. One of the things that separate the best comedians from others is their influence beyond the shores of Africa, particularly in the business of comedy. Chahar as a comedian is doing great things in different parts of the world and making Africa proud too. He is a common face in CNN, ABC News and Al Jazeera and is one of the continent's highest export to the comedy world. Number 8.
Mombasa. You're like, we are not going to Mombasa. Today you are going.
Patrick Indrig, aka Salvador from Uganda. Salvador is a blunt guy, and many of his fans love him for that. He is well known as the comedian who doesn't mind making fun of where he is from. And yes, Ombokolo is actually a real place in Uganda, where he comes from. Perhaps his training in telecommunications helped him to a reasonable extent in his career as a comedian. He is a man that is good in giving attention to funny details while speaking. This has earned him admiration of people from different places in the continent and has ensured he has featured in the likes of CNN, Vogue, and so on. Number 7.
Please, Kevin Costner, viens voir.
Jamel Debose from Morocco. The story of Jamel Debose as a comedian and actor is exceptional and hardly fits the archetype of traditional stardom. The French-Moroccan national starred in many movies, including the historical movie Days of Glory, which he co-produced in 2006. Debose inaugurated his comedy club in 2008, opening opportunities for amateur stand-up comedians. Every year, he organizes a comedy festival called Marrakech de Rire, which gathers thousands of stand-up fans. Debose has established himself as the leading comedian in Morocco, France, and on the international level. Number 6.
What's happening, Melbourne?
Loyiso Gola from South Africa. Satirical, genuine, and critical are some of the few words one can use to describe Loyiso's comedy. He is one of the funniest persons, not just in Africa, but in the world. Usually taking jabs at politicians, the stand-up comedian is also the founder of South African satirical news show Late Night News, which has gotten attention of tons of people in the world. In fact, some years back, it received an Emmy Award nomination for Best Comedy Series. Loyiso does his comedy intelligently and tries to see that he plays his own little role in ensuring things work out fine in his country. He is simply amazing. It's impossible to tell the difference between scripted and unscripted with him. Number 5.
TV, we are live. We are talking about floods that have covered this place here. What do you think about the floods?
The floods, yesterday I saw the rain. The rain passed. And I told my wife it will come back.
Eric Omondi, Kenya. One of the most common faces on Kenyan television, Eric Omondi is a comedian and an activist who refers to himself as a doctor who treats stress. He indeed is a marvelous comedian with outstanding materials to awaken your conscious state. His humor is clouded by the senseless stupidity of world ignorance, ridiculous media spins, and outrageous political rhetoric. Eric made his breakthrough when he appeared on Kenya's well-known TV show, The Churchill Show. It was there that Eric became a household name and a comedy power force in the region, even performing at big events such as the African Kings of Comedy Festival in Nigeria. Number 4.
Vous voyez, ça, il y a des questions qu'on ne doit même pas poser. C'est ça, là, moi, j'appelle souvent question bête, là. Elle demande si j'ai déjà bénéficié d'un visa Schengen. Attends, madame, moi, là, moi, que tu vois, là.
Michael Goho from Ivory Coast. Michael is hands down the best francophone comedian in Africa. He has the quickest wit in the comedy industry and is famed as one of the most acclaimed African humorists of the 21st century. His experience as an actor and facilitator has helped him have an unimaginable control over multiple audiences. Michael has performed all across the world, from Morocco to Rwanda to France, alongside big names in the comedy industry. Number 3.
Why are you touching him? You're on your chair, he's on his chair. What do you want? What? No, seriously. You laugh alone. He has bought you a chair because he wants to sit on a chair and laugh. But every time you laugh, you're like, I think the next time I come back, don't touch me.
Anne Kansime from Uganda. She embodies beauty as you look at the glint in her pupils. She personifies humor as you listen to her. Few comedians and actresses can combine the depth of her intellect and artistry. She's one of a kind and is referred to by many as the Queen of African Comedy. Kansime first broke into the scene with the YouTube series Minibars, in which she made fun of Ugandans' experience in daily public transport. Her stand-up shows have sold out arenas and auditoriums in major cities including London, Kuala Lumpur, Lilongwe, Gaborone, and Harare. With more than 15 million views online and a YouTube silver play button, Anne continues to entertain people across the continent through her online videos and stand-up shows. Number 2.
African get at least 4 or 5 mosquitoes for a shirt inside wardrobe. If you think say they lie, if you come from Nigeria, go back house, open your wardrobe, bring one shirt, go and you go see.
Bright Okpocha, aka Basketmouth from Nigeria. Basketmouth was born and brought up in Nigeria from a very humble background. He started his career in comedy from scratch, but with determination and focus, he was able to get himself to the top eventually. With tons of fans from different parts of the globe today, Bright has broken and set a lot of records that many other African comedians will have to work extra hard to achieve. Being the first African to ever host a show at the Apollo in London, Basketmouth has continued to set trends, performing at events like Lord of the Ribs, Comedy Central Presents, and Basketmouth Live at the O2 Arena in London. Number 1.
Montreal probably has the sexiest border I've ever come to in my life. Yeah, I didn't feel like I was being interrogated. I felt like I was being flirted with. It was really sexy. And say, what are you planning to do in Montreal? I'm planning to stay. That's what I'm doing.
Trevor Noah from South Africa. What really can I say about him that hasn't been said? Even if I disagreed with him on some things, it can't be denied that he is a comedy genius, the best there is. Honestly, he may even be the greatest comedian in history. The way he can go from silly jokes to political and social satire is masterclass. Born to a Swiss father and a Xhosa mother, Trevor's struggle to identify to a one specific stereotype makes him a genius when it comes to comedy, as he relates to his audience and at the same time shares a unique perspective to everyday issues. Trevor was the first South African comedian to sell out a one-man show and has continued to break records ever since. In 2015, Trevor took over as a host of ABC's The Daily Show from Jon Stewart, becoming Africa's biggest comedy export of all time. Now let me wrap things up. Check out the works of these African icons if you haven't already, and tell me who's your favorite in the comment section down below. Thank you for sticking with me to the end. If you liked the video, be sure to subscribe, like and share with your friends.